Have you ever wanted to read an enemies to lovers where they used to be lovers but they are actually enemies because one of them decided to betray the other, go into the enemy army, stab him in the chest, and now he is sent back as a peace offering, but he doesn't really remember him because his mind is broken. Everything is really antsy and really fun. Remnants of the Filth for you. You are in for a ride. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Laura. I love to read books about romance, fantasy, and right now I'm a huge danmei mood. If you don't know what danmei is, it's a Chinese term for gay romance. So you have two guys here. This is Mushe and this is Mang. If you haven't read anything by the author Meatbun, take into account this book has a really big list of trigger warnings. So if you want something outside of the limits, I would highly recommend this book. If trigger warnings list is not your thing, just read something safe. Okay, I have read for you. I have a lot of videos talking about my favorite good romance books. There are a lot of options for you up there, but this book is only for those who really want to read something dark and twisted, but still a lot of fun. Following Mushi, who is the one who was betrayed by him. You still don't know why he was betrayed, because they used to be best friends, they used to be lovers, even though they didn't really put a label on it, because he was all the time being like, oh, this is a normal thing between whereas Moshi, Guman for him was his entire life. So he thinks that Guman didn't really love him back. So it's really angsty because you have like a bit of unrequited love. It's even more real because he actually stabbed Moshi in the heart, whereas Moshi was like, do whatever you want to me, I'm not going to fight you, I'm in love with you. So it's just really angsty. This all happens like in the first chapters. I'm not going to spoil anymore, but just take into account that Meatbun is the same as Guman. She loves to stab people in the heart. We are going to suffer so much with this too. What happens in this book is that you have Guman, who used to be a slave, but he was so powerful that he ended up being a general, but people still didn't give him the recognition he deserved because he was a slave and his army was made of slaves. So even though they were really powerful and they were winning a lot of battles for the emperor, when they died they went to this mass graveyard and Guman actually begged on his knees to the emperor, please give my soldiers a proper burial. They deserve to be treated the same way as the other soldiers. They are giving their lives for you, but the emperor wasn't having it, so Guman get really depressed. He started drinking. Moshi, who was the nobleman, he really tried to help him, but he wasn't able to, and at some point Guman disappears. The next time Moshi sees him, he's in the enemy's line. Moshi goes there, he faces Guman, and he's like, I don't care about my life, I just want to know, like, I need to know why you betray our emperor, why you betray me. Guman stabs him in the chest. He's like, I don't care about you. 2 years later is when he's sent back as a peace offering. He's sent to this kind of brothel where they send spies, traitors, people who should be in prison, but for some reason they decide to do a brothel instead. So you can go there, pay, and you can beat them, you can rape them, you can do whatever you want to them. It's even worse than being a slave. It's even worse than being dead. Mushi at the beginning, he doesn't want to visit him. He's just so heartbroken about everything that happened. At the end, he decides to pay Guman a visit. Guman seems to be extremely calm about it. He seems like he doesn't really care about Moshi. And Moshi is extremely shocked because he doesn't know if Guman is faking it or if he actually doesn't remember him. At some point, it's revealed that he actually went back thinking he was a wolf. His soul is broken. His mind is broken. He just wants to make a living. He just lets people do whatever they want to him. Moshi sees this and he's like, this is not Guman. Like, what happened with the person I hate and I love? Because it's like, it's really hard for Mushi. Imagine this person, he's an orphan who doesn't have anyone around him, who used to just live for this person, and now this person has tried to kill him and now he's back, but he has been tortured and it's not the same person he used to be with. Mushi is the kind of person who is so loyal, so sweet on the inside, but everyone is really afraid of him. They kind of respect him, but they don't really love him, so he doesn't have anyone out there. But he still wants to take care of Guman, but at the same time he kind of hates Guman and wants to kill him. Guman is the complete opposite. Guman used to be loved by absolutely everyone. People enlisted in the army just because of him, and I just adore that dynamic so much when you have someone who is so loyal, who will do absolutely anything for this sunshine guy. In case you're wondering, there is a spice in this book. It's really slow and burn the romance, but you do have a smart because also you have flashback when they used to be lovers. The only thing I would have changed about this book is that you have this person who is kind of the villain of the story, who is the master of Mang, because Mang used to be a slave and he tortured him. He was so cruel, guys. But sometimes the author puts him on this really quirky, funny character and you kind of forget everything he has done before. So I hate that he's kind of one of the main characters instead of the villain sometimes. He goes with Moshi and Mang as if they were some kind of team together to kind of get this other person because there is a mystery going on. I just don't want to get into spoilers. I'm just going to say that whoever gets this person who is killing people around the country, they are going to get something, and that something is related to Gumam. So you have the villain who used to be his master and you have Moshi trying to win this challenge. Meatbun is amazing when you want action, really well writing plot, really complex, really interesting, but still you have the romance, you have the answer, you have it all. If you liked this video, please give a like, subscribe, it helps my channel, makes me happy. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you soon in another video. Oh, I love you so much.